What up? So, we're gonna do our first mod video. So one of the first things I want to do, because I don't have all the fancy LED tail lights and headlights and all that bullshit that all the premium power wagons have. So I decided to go out and do some shopping. And let's just say I found some good shit, did some research, and found a local company. And they're really good people. They're a small company, so they're not no big corporation. But pretty much I got a better deal on all this shit than any company I'm going to be able to buy this stuff from. So I got the hookup on it. And I also got some free shit because, you know, oh man, who don't love free shit? I know how to talk my way into it, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, I'm going to pop the tailgate down. Well, gotta unlock it. Damn. Oh, let's see here. All right, let's get this stuff on the tailgate and I'll show you what we got. Okay, so the company's name is called Panther Lights. Sounds kind of weird, but it's actually pretty cool. It's a new company. It's got a new website. Doesn't have a lot of content on it, but they're building up their inventory for their online website, so there'll be more content. Their main focus is around custom-made lights. They still sell all of this stuff, but after my research, talking to them, I found literally the best of the best of the best that I can. And I feel this is going to be the best products I bought. But anyways, for packaging, get shipped to you. I mean, look at that. Everything is in order. Isn't that nice? Look at that shit. So let's pull these out. What do we got here? Okay. Load equalizers. We know what these are. These are going to be for the LEDs, for the the brake lights and the whatchamacallit, the front blinkers. I don't know why they're not marked on, you know, what resistance they are, but oh, there they are, 50 watt. Okay, 50 watt, 6 ohm. I think this one's going to be the same then, right? Yep, and they're made by GTR. So, I mean, GTRlighting.com. That's who, he sells this stuff, so. But that's who makes these. And looking at these, I mean, from what I saw, these are some really good quality ballasts. They get really hot when you use them, so you got to mount them on the metal. They can get up to 250 degrees. And then I got some switchbacks for my front blinkers, and a lot of guys are buying the eBay ones, or Amazon ones, and they're having like a really good time with them, and they're not having any issues. But me personally, if I'm gonna get an LED bulb, I don't want to take a chance of it burning out, going bad. So I wanted to get a better grade. I wish this thing would stay focused. This is terrible. There we go. So this is GTR Lighting's Armor Series. These are dual switchbacks. They are amber and white. So the running light is white, and when you hit the blinker or the four-ways, they will turn amber. It's also made by GTR. It's a really high quality compared to some of the ones I've seen on Amazon or eBay, and I've had the Amazon ones and eBay style lights, and they don't really hold up. I've had them go bad. I've had them flicker. Or they just didn't work at all. But all the reviews on GTR's lighting is really well, so he was a supplier of them, so that's why I bought these for the front blinkers. Now also, let's see where else we got here. Oh, here we go. So I also have cargo lights. I bought these because I wanted to give me a, you know, brighter light up there in the cargo area. So these lights are going to really brighten up the cargo lights on there. And that's the Carbide series of GTR. Let's see. Oh, here we go. And then also the Armor series. These are the brake light bulbs. You can see they're a little bit different. They're single filament. They still got the big 4-pack in there. Now these are red, and you may ask me, well, you have red housing, so why aren't you running clear bulbs? Okay, so if you look up any color bulb, all right, you can put any color bulb you want in a white housing. and it'll work. White, brown, clear, red, whatever, purple, green, it don't matter. It's gonna show very well in a reflector. But when you put a white light in a red reflector, okay, what happens is the light actually breaks up in this reflector. It refracts back. It doesn't reflect out, it refracts off of it back into the light. So you lose a lot of your intensity with a single white color or other color light in a red housing. So running a red bulb in a red housing intensifies that light output because you got red on red. So it's going to be this real deep, crisp, red, bright light on top of the power the LEDs put out. It's going to be phenomenal. All right, we'll get on to that here in a minute. So also, I wanted to upgrade the, we'll get to it, hang on, here we go. So I wanted to, is this them? Yep. So these puppies right here, LED reverse lights. And these are high output CAN bus, so you don't have to do any resistors or anything like that for anti-flicker. And these things are stupid bright. I've seen them in person. That's why I wanted to make sure, you know, the guys at Panther Lights could get them. And they said these are the most sickest, brightest lights. Look at the lumens on this thing. If it'll focus. 1,000 lumens each. I mean, let's check these things out real quick. And these are vehicle specific, so they will drop right in. Oh man, look at those freaking things. Man, look at this. Look at that thing. What the hell? Dude, that's crazy. Look at the size of that thing. I mean, that thing's just got a regular little bulb in it. We're going to put this big ass bulb in there. That's crazy. And then this right here just plugs into the factory socket, which that is the only downside to this. If you're driving in nice weather, nice places, you probably won't get any corrosion. But by taking out the stock socket, this screws into you'll see in another video, this screws into, you know, the stock socket. And oh my God, I hate why this thing won't focus in 4K. My focus is terrible on here. But this anyways, I'm gonna have some sealant and stuff like that to show you guys on how I'm gonna seal it up so there's no corrosion or anything like that. But those are definitely the most awesome looking reverse lights ever. And these are from GTR Lighting as well. 1,000 lumen reverse lights, high output CAN bus. And they're white. All right, moving on. So I wanted to get some LED high beams put in. I didn't want HIDs. You know, I'm not going to get into the battle between HID and LED and all of that stuff. I just didn't want the extra wiring and stuff and pay for it to have all these extra ballasts and stuff you have to mount and all of that crap. But the free low beams I got that are in that box are HID, but that they were free, so I can't complain. These are Supernova perfect fit. They're called the V4s, perfect fit minis, 200 times brighter, plug and play. So let's move these and check them there. Plug and play. Look at those babies right there. Wow. Man, those are probably going to be some super bright. Oh my God, this focus is killing me. Bet you I got to do this. Yep. So, yeah, these things are stupid looking. I mean, look at that. That's crazy. I don't know if it'll zoom in that close. Probably not. Too far away. Too close. Yeah, look at that. That's going to be nice. So it comes with the bulbs. Let's see what else do we got in here. So we got the harness adapters, it looks like, for the extensions. Comes with the Allen key. Oh, because that's why. Hang on. So where is that little sucker at? Right here. In that little hole right there. I can't really focus in it because everything else is moving, but in there is an Allen screw. So you loosen that, and this whole thing actually rotates on the base. So when you put it in the housing and you twist it, this has to face literally like this. You can't be like this, it can't be like this, it needs to be facing like this. So depending on how it locks, if it doesn't lock straight, I have to loosen it and rotate it to get it positioned properly in the housing, which is really cool. All right, so that's those. Yeah, see, here's the picture for it right here. So it shows the Allen key, it shows that twist. You don't want up and down, you don't want diagonal, you want left to right. And I mean, it even gives you some cool instructions, supernovaheadlights.com. Also sold by Panther Lights. Lumens 2500 each, color temp 6000, IP67 waterproof. That's why there's no glass housing. But look at that, only 1.1 amps at 14 volts for a single light. That is crazy. A 16 watt high beam, only 1 amp. Dude, that's nuts. That is nuts. And then I'm not sure why I got these, because these are supposed to be plug and play. But I'm gonna try to find out. Maybe they got accidentally sent to me. I don't know. But these are the 9005 CAN bus decoders for LED bulbs. So I'm gonna guess that these have to run in line with that, and that's why there's a harness. These are pretty cool. I mean, they're real. These are top quality. We'll get into that, but so we got that stuff there. And then also you have these for harnesses for the high beams as well, extension harnesses or whatever you may, you know, obviously need. 9005 style pass through, which is going to be for those ballasts most likely. Let's see. Yep, packing slip. So we're going to throw all of that in there. And then see, my buddy also, this guy, I call my buddy now, over there at Panther Lights, does Morimoto, ah! Yeah! He sells the fog lights, he builds custom lights, check out his website. So they said they just put these in this package because they replaced the stock headlights with regular Sylvanias, but these are the HID low beams. These are the bulbs. They're plug and play into a harness. These things were literally, they said, in the truck for like, I don't know, 3 months, and then they decided to get rid of the truck and they went to another vehicle. But I mean, you can tell these things are like brand new. I mean, they're 35 watt. If it'll focus. So annoying. So it's got the filter box. So it's got the decoder and the anti-flicker error corrector built in. You got to add nothing. It's got a cool little board in there. It's pretty cool. You can see in there. It's 3.2 amps it only pulls. That's really not bad for, you know, a constant light. Only 3.2 amps. I mean, that's really like that. Sorry the video cut out. I can only record 10 minutes at a time in 4K. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty badass. You got the all watertight error cancelers. You got the plugs and everything. I mean, it's all, you know, filter box. I think these, well, where is it? There's another harness in here. Ah, here they are. So there's another harness that the, I mean, they make their own grommets too. So because you got to drill the back of the headlight housing, the cover that goes, the twisting cover for the headlight bulb. So they make their own custom harnesses and stuff like that. And so that's actually pretty dope. And you can tell the quality of the braided line. It would frickin' focus here. This is embarrassing. But, so you got the bulb that plugs in there. You can't fuck that up. 2 different sizes. But there's the pass-through harnesses. And the other set's in here as well. So, I mean, this is going to be pretty good install. We'll have to see what happens. But I'm going to start with the tail lights and the reverse lights and the cargo lights. I want to get that stuff out of the way. So we'll need that. We're going to put the switch backs back in. I'll worry about the resistors later for the fast blinking and stuff. We'll go from there on that. But all right, we need this, this, and this. All right, so we'll get started here in a minute. All right, so pretty much what it comes down to is right there and right there are 2 T30 torque screws that you have to take out. And then you'll see these plastic clips there and there. And then there is a slot there and a slot there. And literally the headlight, taillight will pop out, and you just got to get your hands underneath it and gently pull towards you, and it'll pop right out. And then you release a red safety clip, pull off the taillight, and then one clip to pull off the reverse light. And we'll go ahead and set this down on here. All right, and then let's see here. All right, pull that one out. All right, so that's the brake light turn signal, and that is a 3157. It's not one of them stupid funky number bulbs that are always out there. And then this is the reverse bulb. So this whole thing gets replaced, kind of, but I wish this would focus better. But I'm gonna go get some stuff to do these, because where this bulb goes is where that connector plugs into, and this just dangles underneath the truck, which I don't like. So I need to fix that, because I'm not going to have that. I don't want that, because I'd rather have, you know, this fully secured and tight, so there's no chance of corrosion and stuff like that. So let me give you a minute, and I'm going to go get some stuff. All right, so that's the reverse light, I mean the brake light, one in there. It doesn't matter which way it goes. It works just fine, plugs directly in, clips in pretty tight, not a problem. Not a reverse light I want to get to. So there's the bulb I took out, okay? There's the socket, all right? And here's the new bulb, right? All right. Now, here's the thing, okay? So this just plugs right into that, right? Right. So this is going to go in the housing like this. All right, and this just dangles on the outside now. So all that connection is open to corrosion, to water, to salt. So you notice there's all this blue gooey shit in there. All right, let me explain what we got here. So this is what I use. I'm using this on all the winch cables, everything. E2000 Blue Anti-Corrosive Gel by Battery Doctor, yeah, stops corrosion. I wish it would zoom in so I could let you read it, but it wants to be terrible and not let you read it. But it says battery posts, battery terminals, bolts, nuts, electrical connections. So you can use this stuff in your electrical connections. And it's literally, I shit you not, it's a gel. It's a goo, all right? It's not a liquid. It doesn't spray on. It doesn't melt and get watery. I forgot what I paid for this. I got it off Amazon, and I honestly, on the vehicles I've used this on, this is a new bottle, because the old one I gave away with the Mustang for stuff. But this stuff here works wonders. I love it. I've never had a problem, never had a connection go bad. It's very hard to wash this stuff off. It's like a thick, almost grease. When it gets over something, it doesn't want to come off. You got to wipe the shit off to get it off. So that's what I'm using in these electrical connectors. This stuff displaces water as well. So then I'm going to wrap it up in electrical tape. So I'll show you that here in a minute. And there you have it. It's wrapped up, and I want to make sure that no water gets into that connection. So it's sealed and it's taped. And now we can put this baby into the taillight housing. I'm gonna need to put the phone down because I gotta use two hands to do this. Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys the lights. So it goes together the same way it went in, just a basic install video. Now let's get a comparison of what they look like. So we're going to start with the parking lights. We're going to flip the park lights on. Well, I don't know what you think. I honestly think the LED is just a little bit more crisper and a tad bit more brighter on that. Now let's hit the brake lights. Or here, we'll do this. There we go, hit the floor lights. There's a faster reaction for one, and in my opinion, because I've already done this with mine, I'm just doing this for the video, that the brake light is actually brighter. Now watch these reverse lights. This is where it's going to get you. Check that out. What do you think of that? That is just insane if you ask me. If you compare that stock reverse light to that LED light, that is just insane. That thing is stupid bright. Like it's lighting up the whole inside of my garage. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but that is insane. So I think it was well worth the money. I don't know. What do you guys think? Next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the cargo lights. So we're going to hook up the cargo lights, and I'm going to show you a comparison with the cargo lights next. Right up there, we're going to do those next. All right, we got the marker lights. Look at this. So it comes out with 2 Phillips screwdrivers. Now you may ask, well, why are you doing the cargo lights but you're not doing the third brake light? Well, to be honest, the package only comes with 2 lights. I did not feel like buying another 2-pack, especially in red, just to get a damn third brake light when you have 2 other brake lights that work just fine. And this should just, yep. Whoa, there we go. Oh shit, look at that. Look out, coming through. All right, so let's look at the back of this. Things you can't really pull. Is that my headliner right there? Yeah, it's my headliner. Isn't that shit crazy? The only thing that seals this water from getting in the car is this shitty this seal around the third brake light. Isn't that nuts? It's all that stops you from getting water in your cab back here is the seal on this third brake light. But now that I've taken it out, I've probably ruined the fucking seal and it's probably gonna leak. So I'm gonna replace this bulb here and this bulb here, and they twist out just the same way. Let's see here if I can do this. Yep, see? But we're gonna take out all 3 so I can remove the brake light altogether. Oh, you're gonna be a bitch, aren't you? Yep. Never mind, we're not gonna remove the brake light. It's gonna be a little bitch. So, alright, let's see what we got here. So I'm holding the phone with my teeth, go figure, and no, you're never supposed to put your hands on the valve. But at this point, I'm not too worried about those valves. So let's see here. Let's open this up. Yeah, da, 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 da. And don't those things look cool? Look at that. Doesn't that thing look cool? Let's see if I can get it to focus. Oh, look at that. Ooh, it's all silver. It's like a bullet, yeah. So, alright, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you the difference between the two, the stock and that. Now, I don't know. It might be a little hard to tell in this video because it's daylight out, but, I mean, I can see that it's a lot brighter. It doesn't really light up anything back here, but, you know, in the bed. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, God, I'm getting old. So, alright, let's have a seat up here. So here's your bed. So, you see your halogen. You can kind of cover up the LED. Oh, look at that. Wow. So that's just the halogen light right there. And there's the LED. Like up on the garage, you can see it. Look at that. I mean, just boom. And then you cover up the halogen. I mean, that halogen really don't do that much. But if you cover up the LED, wow, yeah, see, big difference in the cargo lights. Ugh. LED is definitely way brighter than the halogen light. I think it was definitely a good purchase. I mean, I'll probably get some better stuff at night, but I think this is pretty good. Alright, so now that we're done with all of that, we're going to work on the front real quick. It's probably going to be a quicker video because it's pretty simple. You can get a bunch of videos out there to show you how to do this stuff. So there's a shroud you got to take off, the grill you got to take off, you got to access through the wheel wells, pop a clip, and then 2 screws, pull the headlights out. The only thing we're going to put in is LED high beams and the LED switchback blinkers in the truck. I'm not going to put the HID headlight kit in today. I'm going to leave that for another day because I'm not really sure I want to run the HID kit because of how high up the truck sits. It's probably going to blind everybody because this truck sits 2 inches higher than a stock Ram 2500, and it sits definitely way higher than 1500. So I'm not sure I really want to put the high intensity lights in the headlights yet. So I'm just going to do the high beams and the switchbacks for now. So what you're going to do is this plastic clip, there's plastic cover, there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're going to pop them up and you're going to pull this cover off. 4, 5, and 6. So there's 6 of them. And then you can get access to the grill bolts. Okay, now since the plastic cover's off, now you can see you got your radiator. You have your, which one is that one? That is going to be your, that's the bottom lines. That's the transmission cooler. This big ass thing is the trans cooler. And then this black thing here is your air conditioning core for that. I mean, I never knew this thing had such a huge, this transmission cooler on this thing is freaking, it's massive. It's crazy. I thought this black thing was a trans cooler. No, this big freaking full-size looking radiator thing's your transmission cooler. I mean, this thing is, that thing's nuts. I can't believe it's that freaking big on this truck. And then you got your big AC condenser. And then your dinky power steering coolers down there, which you'll see in a minute, but you're going to remove 1 bolt, 2 bolt, 3 bolt, and 4 bolt. And then you'll grab the grill like through here, and pull it directly towards you. It's going to be a little hard to get off at first because it's never been taken off. And then it should just pop right off and come right at you. See? There's your power steering cooler. So power steering, this big one's your AC, and then your transmission cooler. But yeah, that is your power steering cooler right there. Pretty nifty. You know, what's weird is they don't have an oil cooler mounted up front. The oil cooler is actually mounted on the airbag, not the airbag. Oh my God, I sound stupid. It's mounted on the oil filter housing. It's part of it. So the actual oil cooler is part of where the oil filter goes, which they do that on a lot of new vehicles these days. So it's just an air-cooled version of it. So washer fluid. So you got 110 millimeter here, and then 110 millimeter here to unbolt the headlight. And then you gotta come, let's see here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in here. I don't know if I can brighten this up. Probably not. Nope. Let's see here. So it's hard to see, but let's see here. There's a white clip. You can kind of see it up in there. You got to pop that clip to release the headlight. So let's see if we can. Up, push up. It's released. Now I got to unbolt it. Alright, so I want to get a basic layout. You've seen the high beam bulbs, so that's it installed. This harness is the pass-through harness you have to use. Don't mind this one there. This is the pass-through harness, and the bypass module's got to be mounted on the outside. That is the grommet. So that grommet is going to be in the cap that goes over that, because this won't fit in the housing. So I have to drill a hole through the cap for the high beams. So I'm going to do that now, and get that installed on there. But this is pretty much how it goes, is the bypass harness and the module has to be installed. It's really tight. It's a really tight fit. Alright, so the corner lamp goes in like normal. You can see the pass-through harness. I got it zip tied to the other harnesses in the truck. And then it's going to get tucked into that opening right there, but it'll all be good. And then the plastic clips will go back where they need to go. And I'm going to pop this headlight back in here. Look at that. Damn. So I got to have the headlights on to do the high beam to hold it. But there's the marker and the stock high beam headlight. Then we go over here and look at that. There's your white sequential. Look at that. Bam! The intensity in that makes a stock headlight look like trash. And then if you turn on the blinker, let's just do the 4 ways. Turns into just a solid blinker. Look at that. And then as soon as you shut it off, and it goes just to back to a white light. Well, that one over here is amber. Isn't that crazy? That looks so sweet. Hell yeah.